Hi everyone, welcome to our latest video. Really pleased to be able to show you today this absolutely stunning Ducati Monster S2R. Surely presented in the very best colours for a Monster, in Ducati Anniversary Red with this complimentary white stripe which runs the full length of the bike from the nose through the tank, and of course the tail unit there, and these beautifully striking white Marchesini wheels, and in my opinion that is an absolute sight to behold. Beautiful bike. This particular bike is a 2006 06. As you can see from the number plate there, held on by this carbon tail tidy, and she's covered just 7,300 miles from new. Now those 7,300 miles have been completed by just 2 owners, and this is a bike we know really well actually, because we sold it to its current registered keeper, Ewan, 4 years ago, and the bike had actually covered 5,000 miles then. So where were we? Back in 2014, she was already an 8-year-old bike, but had only covered 5,000 miles at that point. And here we are 4 years later with just another 2,300 miles on the clock. As I say, resulting in a 2-owner bike with 7,300 miles. Absolutely classic Monster. Ducati trellis frame and the 1000cc Desmo air-cooled engine, and that's exactly what a Ducati Monster is all about. Trellis frame and air-cooled motor. Now obviously shortly afterwards the S2R was superseded by the significantly more powerful S4R, which obviously took the engine, the liquid cooled engine, from the 996. But a lot of the Ducati purists, myself included, still believe that the best looking Monsters, if not the most powerful, had these air-cooled Desmo engines. This is the twin spark engine, which is also found in the 1000DS Multistrada and the 1000cc Super Sport. You can tell by the twin plugs, HT leads. So what can I tell you a little bit about this bike? I think we've done the age and the mileage. As I say, it was sold to us, or it was sold to Ewan 4 years ago. It already had these lovely carbon Termi silencers, and the bike's fitted with the appropriate Termignoni ECU as well. We do have the standard exhausts and the appropriate ECU for the standard exhausts available. They are available separately, but nonetheless they are available. And basically Ewan set about the bike making some really lovely improvements. As you can see, we've got a carbon front fender, carbon belly pan, carbon side panels, carbon hugger, and as I showed you at the beginning, this carbon sort of tail tidy indicator holder. Not really how to describe it, we're sure how to describe it really, but it's a lovely piece. And there's that carbon hugger again from the left side of the bike, and we've also got a carbon front sprocket cover. So lashings of carbon, but not too much, if that makes any sense. Just enough to make it look and even more beautiful bike than it was in the first place. We've also got an Oberon clutch slave cylinder. Those of you that have ridden Ducatis in the past will be well aware that they do suffer with heavy clutches, and of course brand new HEL braided lines. So that's the clutch line, and you can see there the matching braided front brake lines going all the way up to the master cylinder. And we've got some nice CNC Racing covers there on the left hand side, and also the front timing cover, lovely red anodized, just a nice bit of quality. And we've got these frame plugs as well, which not only stop road grime and mess getting into your frames and obviously causing corrosion, etc., but they also look really nice as well. But just look at some of the detail on this. For a 14-year-old bike, sorry, 12-year-old bike, as you can see, there's no paint peeling off, which is so often the case on these air-cooled engines. Just a tiny little bit of discoloration on the front cooling fins there, but as I say, it has been used but not abused, I think the phrase is. Really well cared for. I'm going to forget something because this bike's got too much on it, but you can also see that Ewan's fitted these lovely Oberon bar end mirrors and Rizoma brake fluid reservoir. So if I come out the shadow, you can see the anodized brake fluid reservoir and matching clutch reservoir. And you may also notice that we've got black handlebars. These are Pro Taper Evo bars, so they're slightly lower than the standard bars, and that gives it a slightly more sporty riding position, but they also look good as well. And you can tell Ewan's engineering background because he's also fitted these additional riding lights, LED riding lights either side, which really do assist in you being seen. It's just a lovely bike. Tasteful mini LED indicators on the front and the rear, and finally you can see on the right side of the bike we've got an open clutch cover there with a Ducati Performance open clutch and uprated springs. Now actually that's the first of two covers we've got. That's the actual open cover. We've also got a closed cover with a window. So it's a closed cover to keep the dust and the muck out of the clutch, but you can still see it spinning round, which is quite a nice feature. And last but by no means least, one of the things that that these do suffer from, because of the positioning of the exhaust, if you do have larger feet, it is well recognised that the heels of your boots can interfere with the exhaust. So actually had some different foot pegs fitted, which actually give a little bit of extra clearance, sort of an inch or so extra clearance away from the exhaust. So those larger riders will surely appreciate that. So I'm guessing by now you're ready to hear it start. Okay, turn the ignition on, let the instrument panel do its self check, and I'll just roll the camera back very slightly, and you can see one thing that I had forgotten. Just in front of those Pro Taper bars is this really nice mattress steering damper. Now I think it's fair to say, if I just lift the bike up, that the steering lock on this monster is probably akin to a 38-ton truck. Not the most friendly town bike in the world, but I think, as it says in the advert, it's a bike that really needs to be out on the open road completely demolishing, sweeping A roads. So let's get it started for you. As you can see the mileage there, you can see it in the glare of the sun, 7355. That's what your carbon thermi sound like. And possibly the only thing louder than the carbon thermis on this bike is of course the open clutch. Classic Ducati. If we lean across and pull the clutch in, probably just about hear the difference in tone there. Oh, they sound amazing. As you can probably see, that's with the baffles in. So there is more still to come. I'll just take the opportunity, now it's gone quiet again, to do some close-ups for you. The paintwork on this bike is absolutely fantastic, virtually blemish free, and the wheels, as you can see, again there's not a single stone chip or even inside the spokes. And on the front there with the Brembo brake calipers and discs. And just one final close-up of that absolutely gorgeous single-sided swing arm and open wheel. That's an absolute stunner, isn't it? I might keep it. Beautiful. So also, just to confirm, she's a full service history bike with 6 stamps in the book. The first 5 were all at Parkinson Ducati in Colchester. Sadly they're no longer trading, but the bike was also had an intermediate service by ourselves before it went to Ewham, and as little as 500 miles ago, Ducati John in Leeds did a full service, including cam belts and valve clearances. And at the same time, she was fitted with these Pirelli Diablo Rosso 2 tyres. So that pair of tyres has also done just over 500 miles. She's just been MOT'd, so MOT until May 2019. What else can I say about this bike? If I've forgotten anything, please have a look through the text in the advert, because I'm bound to have forgotten something. But just to summarise, an absolutely stunning example of a 2006 Ducati S2R 1000 Monster, and this bike is available at 5495. I hope you enjoyed the video.